Okay guys, so today we are going to be playing a special, awesome kind of game. It's a Star Wars based game called Star Wars Racer Revenge. Basically, it's pod racing. So let's get right into it. So in this game, you're going to be able to play as different characters such as Anakin Skywalker. But they kind of screwed up Anakin Skywalker, because this is Anakin Skywalker from what I can see, Attack of the Clones. And as we know, he stopped pod racing in Phantom Menace when he was like a tiny little kid. So they kind of screwed it up, but that's fine. We have Akko 9 Bar. Kind of has these weird looking earmuff things on him. Shrivel Braytrond. Big boy, but also tiny little ship, I guess. Aldar Beto. I don't even know what to say about this guy. I mean, his ship looks interesting. It looks sort of cool. Ben Quadinaros. If I do remember correctly, this is the guy that stalled in Phantom Menace, and like, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy, but I'm pretty sure that's this guy. Dudbolt looks kind of dirty, but his ship looks cool. Like the claws at the front of it. Audie Mandrell. He just seems basic and boring. Teamto Paraglis. Character looks boring, but no, character looks cool. But ship looks incredibly boring. Okay, and we got all these characters I haven't unlocked. And I think Sebulba's at the end of this too. Here's Sebulba, but I don't know how you unlock any of these guys. But for the sake of it being, you know, my first time playing, I'm gonna do Anakin Skywalker. So, we have Mos Eisley, or not Mos Eisley, but Mos Espa Open on Tatooine. We have the Soro Sub facility on Sullust, the Oroturu Gam on Mon Calamari, and Watch Our Run on Gamor. I've played through these all. Gotta say, I think my favorites in the game are... Actually, I gotta say my favorite is on Tatooine, because it's just so iconic. So let's leave that one for last. We'll go Watchtower Run first. So this map is basically like, it's in the jungle, kind of. I guess it's like this tribal kind of thing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the origin of this planet really at all. So if you guys know anything about the origin of this planet, maybe what it has to do with Star Wars, if there's any characters I would know from here, what its role really in the Star Wars universe is, please leave a comment in this video telling me what that really is. Please do the same for most of these planets, because I actually don't know what this one and the Mon Calamari have to do with Star Wars at all. Yeah, so as you can see, we are pod racing now. So a little difference between a typical racing game and this one is that instead of using the right trigger as your acceleration button, you're going to be holding down on the X button to accelerate. If you want to do kind of a drift, you do the right bumper, and if you hold on to the left bumper, it brings you third person, which is actually quite useful sometimes. I don't know what happens if you hold down left bumper. I don't know, left trigger, I mean. But I know right trigger has like a power, or maybe it's a boost. I think it's a boost. Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit of a boost. But when you boost it, you see that temperature bar go up down there. If you boost too much and your temperature goes to full, your ship blows up and you are out of the race. It's the same thing happens. See those green bars on the bottom left of my screen? Those are the health bars of the two thrusters at the front. If one of them depletes down to the very bottom, then again my ship blows up and I lose. Right underneath those green bars, you have the sensor. So that sensor kind of works as a, I don't know, it tells me how close and where exactly people are if they're around me. But I also have the mini map on the top right to tell me that. But as you can see, I am winning by a long shot, because the AI in this game are pretty easy to beat sometimes. Which I would say is one of the only downsides to this game. Other than that, it's pretty fun. So as you can see, I just pretty much destroyed them. Okay. Yeah, let's try Araturugan. This is probably my least favorite map of the 4 that they offer, only because it's the one I'm the worst at. Just because there's, I don't even know, there's so many narrow passageways, narrow turns that just destroy my ship. Oh god. Like that. Just destroying my ship. And from what I can tell, I don't know if there's actually a spot where I can heal my ship up at this moment. So, yeah, it's hard. I'm probably going to blow up in this one. I'm being quite honest with you. Just because I'm so bad at this track.
Looks like we may have a new winner soon.
But then again, if I get a further enough lead, maybe I won't blow up. Which is the hope. I think that's everybody's hope in life, not to blow up. So yeah, this is the second map that I actually have no idea how it correlates to Star Wars at all. So if someone knows, please let me know. That would help. Okay, so as you can see, my one thruster is pretty low. And probably is going to make me blow up soon. If I don't get it under control, which I probably won't get it under control. Because I have 2 more laps to go.
He's really establishing his dominance with hits like that. Team Torpagales is out of the race.
Yeah, but I'm probably about to blow up, so...
Up in front at the end of lap 2, it's Anakin Skywalker.
But it kind of just shows you how difficult this game is. Ooh, let's... Ah. Well, there you go. You saw what happens when you blow up. From here, let's go to Sullust. Sullust is probably my second favorite map in this game. I mean, I don't know if you'll really see why. I mean, it kind of makes me reminisce of another racing game I grew up with, Mario Kart Wii. And I don't really know why this makes me think of a map, one of the many races in Mario Kart Wii, but I get a strange resemblance, for some weird reason, to Toad's Factory. I'm in this. And I don't know if it's because this is a literal factory, but some of just the winds and turns that you do, it just, I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of it. Especially this part right here. Reminds me a lot of some of the Toad's Factory things. But then also, there's a part in here that it reminds me of another Mario Kart map. There was a Mario Kart map, or there is a Mario Kart map, that was kind of like, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Koopa Cave, something like that. And you go through this giant, well, it's kind of this giant see-through tube exactly like this underwater. I don't know. That's probably the reason why I like it the most. But it's also, like, there's sharp corners, but it's also not that hard to navigate through, I find, as I say as I crash. Wait, Anakin's a Jedi when, what? But this, okay. You know what? When I do the review for this game, this game loses one point already because of just how wrong it is. Just how wrong it is. I mean, unless in Attack of the Clones there's a deleted scene where when he goes back and rescues his mother, and, well, not really rescues his mother, but just kills all those sand people and stuff, unless he has this, like, weird deleted scene where he decides to go back and pod race, I would say this is not very accurate at all. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather probably be racing as little boy Anakin than, like, teenage annoying Anakin from Attack of the Clones. It's pretty cool. I mean, the detail in some of these maps for a PS2 game, it seems pretty cool, actually. It handles well. It handles very well for running on PS4. You can pretty much get a feel for the ship or the pod racer. After even doing just a few races, you can just kind of be like, oh, I kind of just understand how this pod racer works, you know? Well, I mean, doesn't mean I'm not going to be crashing a lot, but I mean, at least in this one, the competition is actually sort of trailing me. That's probably a mix of me sucking and this actually being a not terrible AI. Let's just hope I can win this one. There we go. I'm not going to save my name into it. Okay, and finally, to finish it all off, we're going to go to the iconic map on Tatooine. Let's go do it. So I'll just give my review now. I think this game, out of respect of its time and what they've done to it so that I can play it on PS4, I think I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. I would definitely recommend you guys at least check it out. Just for the fact of, like, It feels exactly how I'd want a pod racing game to feel. You know, the intensity of not just racing, but also having to look after my ship seems like actually pretty realistic to how pod racing would be. I remember watching the movies as a kid, and kind of the high energy of it is pretty close to how I thought it would be. Where it loses points, of course, is where I said, I mean, just my own personal preference of Anakin should be younger, and it just seems wrong that he's older. Also, the other little things are like little bugs here and there and stuff like that. Stuff that, I mean, they can't really control because it's an older game. I mean, I do wish there was more to this game, or at least, but I also, or at least, I don't know, maybe some more maps, but I understand that this is an older game. But yeah, I would say definitely to everybody, I think you should definitely check this game out if you have PS Now. I know the only reason I didn't check it out before I tried it on PS Now is that it always just seemed like this really sketchy game to me on the PlayStation Store, because it didn't have any video, it didn't have any screenshots of what the game looked like, and I just was scared that I was going to be scammed or something like that. I know I can't get scammed on the PlayStation Store, really, but just didn't want to. I'd rather see what the game looks like, and yeah. But I hope this video helps. If you guys were even on the fence about checking this game out, or if you're just looking for some interesting games you want to try out, whether you're on PS Now, or even you're looking into buying a game that's kind of a bit older. Yeah. Let me know in the comments or direct message the channel's Instagram page for any other ideas of games we could try out on PlayStation Now, or any other games you would like to see just me live stream in general. Or not live stream, but play through, I mean. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. It's always a lot of fun checking out these older or just lesser played games. And with that said, have a good day, stay safe.